The question for today is zero array transformation 1. Let us go through the question together and then see how we can solve this problem. So, you are given an integer array nums of length n and a 2D array queries, okay, where query I, okay, this is left and this is right, and a range is provided to us, right? For each queries, okay, select a subset of the indices within the range, okay, and decrement the values of the selected indices by 1. Okay, so we need to decrement the value of any subset of any subset in range 0, 1, 2 in nums, right? A zero array is an array where all elements are 0. Return true if it is possible to transform nums into zero array after processing all queries. Okay, now let us go through this first example and the second example. We will go through both of them. So for the first example, we can say that I have 101 as nums. Sorry. I have 101, right? And I need to select a subset from queries 0 to 2 in such a way that when I subtract the subset from the indices in the nums, I get 0. So first of all, let us just mark the indices here. Indices here will be 0, 1 and 2. 0, 1, 2, right? These are the indices, and in queries I got a range. That range is 0 to 2. That means I got 0, 1, 2, right? Now from 0, 1, 2, what I need to do is I need to select a subset from 0, 1, 2 so that I get all 0 arrays. So if I select 0, 2, what I will do, I will just go to nums and decrement 1 from 0 and 2. If I decrement 1 from 0, it becomes 0. If I decrement 2 from 0, if I decrement 1 from index 2, I again get 0. Since I reach all 0, 0 state, that means it's a 0 array and we will return true. Now let us go through another query. Let us go to another example. This is 4, 3, 2, 1, right? And the indices I got here is 1, 2, 3, that is index 1, index 2, index 3, and again I got index 0, 1, 2, right? 0, 1, 2. So I need to select indices with these here in such a way that I get 0, 0, 0. So for the first iteration, I am selecting all this first array 1, 2, 3, right? So let me say that for first iteration, I am selecting 1, 2, 3. So I am selecting 1, 2, 3, right? So if I come here, this is 0, so I will write it as it is. Now I have subtracted 1 from 3, so it will become 2. Then I 1, 2. Okay, just for the sake of the convenience, I am just copying this indices and pasting it here, right? So that we don't get confused much. 1 2 3, right? So from index 1 I need to reduce the value, so just let us put here 4, and then from index 1 I have to reduce 1. From index 2 I have to reduce 1, and from index 3 I have to reduce 1, right? So from from first subset we get this, and now from second subset, let me write the second subset first. 0 1 2, from 0 1 2 I want to select all the 3, right? And when I go here, when I reduce 0 from 1 from index 0, I get 3. When I reduce 1 from index 1, I get 1. When I reduce 1 from index 2, I get 0, and nothing happens here, so 0, right? So after this I get this, but the all the elements of this array don't contain 0, so we say that this is not equal to 0 array. That means 3 1 0 0 is not equal to 0 array, that is 0 0 0 0, so we will return false, right? So this was the complete concept, and let us go and write code for it. So what we did, we go through all the queries. So for query in queries, what we did, left comma right is equal to query for I in range, left comma right plus 1, since it is inclusive, so I have to increment it by 1. And what I will be saying that if nums of I is greater than 0, only then I need to decrement nums by 1, right? So here I will get the complete string. Now I have to say that if all 0, if all 0, and for 0 I have to write for num in nums right, if all 0, that if all true I will return true, otherwise I will return false, right? Now let us run this query. Okay, it is accepted, right? Now let us submit it. Okay, so once I submit it, I got a TLE, that is 662 of 668 test cases passed. What is the issue here? If we go to the time complexity here, we will see that it is for query q and it is for nums, so I have to iterate through q into n, right? So the time complexity here will be q into n. Let us go and analyze here. Yes, m into n, right? So the time complexity here will be queries into num. So what we are going to do, we are going to solve it by a method called prefix sum. Let us see what that does. So I am removing it all from here, just keeping it aside if we want to use it the next time. So now let us go to our next solution, that is prefix sum. Now what we are going to say here, let us say that I have 1 0 1, the first one, right? And I have query index 0 to 2. So what I will do, I will create first of all an empty so I am creating prefix sum concept here, and what I am doing, I am just creating an array where I see queries, and whenever I see query I will increment it by 1. Suppose that I have 0 1 2 index here, right? So whenever I do a prefix sum, I will just do 3 here, because it is inclusive, so I am just incrementing 1 here only. So what I see that whenever I see a left index, what I am going to first of all or 0, okay, it's a 0, right? Now whenever I see a left index, I am going to increment it by 1, and whenever I see a right index plus 1, I am going to decrement it by 1, right? So what this prefix sums actually means, I have seen one element, no element is here, but I have previously seen one element. No element is here, but I have previously seen one element. Okay, minus 1, that means just decrement it by 1. That means I have seen one elements all the way from index 0 to 3. This is what this means, right? And if we see a prefix sum like this, what I am just bothered about now, that if this required is greater than already present, okay, means if I just focus on this, if let me explain it in a better way. So let me say that I have this prefix sum, and I know that if I reduce 1 from this, I will get my required result, that is 0, right? So if I see 1 minus 1, that is 0. Since it is already 0, we are going to do nothing. 1 minus 1 already 0, and that's it. So I get a all 0 here, I will return true, right? So that's how we are going to proceed further. Now this is a surplus. We know that we have seen that element, but I am just ignoring it. Now let us run it over another example also for better understanding. I have 4 3 2 1, and now I need to create a prefix sum. That is equal to Okay, from query 1 to 3. Okay, I'm just copying this up, right? 1 to 3, and let us add 4 also here because I'm doing till plus 1. So let us say I have all 0 0 till now, 0 0 0 0 0, right? Now what I need to say is that I look at the queries and I say that the left index is 1, I will increment it by 1, and the right index is 3, so I will do minus 1 at 3 plus 1, right? Now for the second, left index is 0 and the right index is 2, means 2 plus 1 3, I will do minus 1. So if we will see what is the prefix sum created, that will be, I have seen a 2, sorry, I have seen 1 at index 0. Now at index 1 there is one element present, and previously I have seen one index 1, so this will be 2. Now no element is present there, but previously I have seen 2, so this will be 2. Now I see that the range is completed here, so I need to decrement it by 1, so it will be minus 1, 2 minus 1, that is 1, and at the end what I am saying, that decrement it by 1, so it will become 1 minus 1, that is 0. So let us see that what happens here is, from index 1 to 3 I have a range, from index 0 to 2 I have a range. This 1 and 2 is overlapped, that's why here it is 2 2, and 1 0 and 3 appears 1, hence it is 1, and finally every time we will see that it has become 0. Now let us just go here and try to subtract it. So when I subtract these elements, I see that 4 minus 1 is 3, 3 minus 2 is 1, 2 minus 2 is 0, and 1 minus 1 is 0. Since this is not a 0 array, because 0 array is that array which contains all its elements as 0, so we will return false here. Got it? Now let us just code this up. Let us go here and this was my previous, I'm just discarding it, and let us code this up. So what I have to make sure that I have an increment plan, that will be 0, and how many times? It will be n plus 1 times. Right? Okay, I need to put here the braces, otherwise the result will be different. Right, now what I need to do is, I have to just mark the start and end. So there is left comma right is equal to query. What I need to do is, right, now I need to create the prefix sum, right? Now what I need to do is I need to check here. So for prefix sum comma num in nums, right? For prefix sum and num in zip prefix array comma nums. If the prefix sum is less than num, I need to return false, otherwise I will return true. Let us try to run it. So it is accepted. Now let us try to submit it. I am getting a wrong answer for 0 to 2. Let me see that how. So just run it. Why I am getting a wrong answer here? Okay, so this is right plus 1. I have by mistake done minus 1. So okay, now submit. Let me see. Okay, again I am getting a wrong answer. Use this test case and get it done. So what is wrong I have done in it. Okay, got it. Just submit it, and yes, I got a solution. Which is running pretty much good. Now let us analyze the space and time complexity here. So the time complexity here is order of queries. Okay, again the order of minimum of query or the sum, order of minimum of the query or mid of the query or the sum. So order of m plus n, whatever may be the minimum. So let us see what is time complexity. Yeah, order of n plus q, whatever may be the minimum. And what is the order of space? What is the space complexity? Since we are doing an increment plan or a prefix sum, but all this will be order of nums plus 1, that is order of n. So let us see what is space complexity. It must be order of n. Yeah, so This was all about the question. If you like my solution, please like my video and support me. And if you have any doubt, you can comment below. Thank you guys.